Did that just evolve? Oh. Things are actually improving to that point. There has got to be... There's actually a gas station right there. That's actually kind of funny. I know there's a way to paint this. I know there's a way to change that. I would think it would actually be built in and not just a mod. Well, I'll have to look at that. What if... Just do a little bit of that. A very little bit of commercial here. We're still within the one-way system here, but I think maybe I should put down a park, like an actual in-game park. These tend to be rather large. That's close to the other school there. That's a good idea. How about right there? Guess I could put a few more houses here. Nah, that's not houses. Let's actually take that off there. Put another playground. Well, I mean, that is a rather large... What about... Oh, I don't really know. I don't really know what to put there. I feel like I just need a lot more of the miscellaneous stuff. These are business plazas. I should maybe consider one of those downtown. Actually, nah, where the hell is it this? Ah, it's just too big. It'd still fit on the edge of something. Maybe that should be a little more commercial. Let's bring that over here. Well, we're a little bit low, but I don't understand why. Still had plenty of power there. I guess I could throw more into the system. Not really sure why we're having a power outage up here. We seem to be covered, and I've got plenty of power. Oh no, did I change that to farming? How did I change that to farming? Or was that always farming? Well, I am a bit confused. Luckily, we have a mountain to climb here. We could put another wind farm out there. Okay, are we back? I can see it, but okay. Alright. Well, we're kind of approaching that 3-hour mark anyway, so since it seems to be a little less stable, maybe it'd be a good idea to end this soon. I did notice, because I can see my stream preview over here, and I had the actual stream up on my other computer, but it was definitely looking like it was lagging behind by a lot. Like right before it crashed there, it looked like it was getting probably about 30 seconds behind. So maybe it's just bad connection day. I don't know, maybe I want to turn off the daylight thing. There needs to be a way, I'm sure there is, of changing the length of the nighttime. Because it gets dark for a very long period of time in here. Okay. Well, this is starting to develop a little bit more like how I had thought of. I think, if I want to start actually developing the buildings, I'm going to have to put in that public transport, get that started. Might still be able to do that. But I think I will try and find a mod or something that will actually unlock these buildings. What are these? Oh, these are okay. But just so that I can actually put down like a city hall and cinema and all this other stuff, because I don't really see a reason to have that locked up if I'm going to need it. Oh yeah. big old department store. It is currently 3 p.m. where I'm at. Oh, that's interesting. So this answers my question of whether it actually will continue to develop over the road, the pathway. The physics on this don't seem right. These are hobbit homes. Look at this. Look at the door compared to that door. And the implied 2 floors, where this is clearly a 1-story building. Look at this. What the heck? Oh, here too. Oh, this whole thing. This whole thing has put these terrible... Okay, well, I may have to go in and clean that up too. So this is starting to look okay. It's not super congested. I really want to be able to paint this so I can make it not look like there's just random grass all over the place. But I also want to get that public transport up and running and do something a little bit more serious out here with this industry. Hold on a minute, hold on a minute, hold on a minute. Where was it? These ones. Okay. So, yeah? We can put those on the map, can't we? That focuses it. Can I preserve these? There you go. Yeah? Anyone else want a house somewhere before we take off? Be the parking garage? Park. Where did I have the park? There's the park. A blue home. I can't tell if that's blue or that's just in shadow. I don't think I have a blue one. Well, I mean, there's that, but these are going to be removed. Oh, there we go. Make that historical. And, how's that? The problem is that these are historical buildings, but I don't know if I'll be able to find these again. You'd, it'd be nice if I could put a little thing over it, but this just focuses on the house and the people, so... I don't know. I guess we've got plenty of buildings here, so I guess I can open that up to the YouTube viewers as well, because a lot of people watch these that don't make it to the stream. So if you're watching YouTube and you'd like a building, go ahead and drop that in the comment. We'll put it in next time. Could do streets as well. I wonder, I could make just tiny little districts around the blocks that these are on, and maybe that would help. Then I could at least find it again. Because I'm expecting to build this to the edges. I want to fill this in. I want to get to some really interesting things. Is there... Okay. We could build a tunnel through that. I want to build a tunnel. I never build tunnels. We of course have to put the river surfing park somewhere along the way. I want to know what a dam is going to do to this. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just leave it like this. I'll have to look at the workshop and see if there is a tide generator for this, because these have got to move. When I put these down, these were not underwater. It looks like it actually is. Is that? Well, maybe I'll do a little bit of terraforming next time and figure that one out. Just a block to everyone? I mean, we could do that. Okay, well, I think that's about a good place to call it. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with the layout of the city. Yeah, I'll work on that board game idea. Yeah, I can cut channels into the... Where is that? Here? Yeah. That's one thing I do want to actually put along the river, I think, for situations like this. I want to put one of these along the side, kind of bound that in a little bit, because it's getting crazy. It is actually starting to flood. And now there's no water. That's a problem. Well, yeah, and you know, it might end up being that we just develop that collaboratively anyway. Obviously, I'm going to take inspiration for the events and stuff from the games that I mentioned, but it might just end up being that just create sort of a bare bones game, and then we build that together while it's playing it. You mean like ordinances? Put these in the ordinances? So like if I sectioned off a a block, we could do individual. Could do that. There's a game, and it is kind of like uh, it's kind of like what I'm talking about. What is it called? Gnomic? The Gnomic game? Gnomic game? Anyway, it's kind of like a mental exercise type game where you are basically passing laws. It's kind of like a government simulator, I guess. I'll have to find that one out again because we could do that too. Because obviously, if we're gonna role play this and make it kind of a game, then we'll have like the town council, and we could do like the guild too. When you get elected to an office, then you guys can decide the laws. Yeah, sort of like Democracy 3, because I guess the Democracy games do that too. Like events happen, and then every cycle you choose, policies and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll have to flesh this out a little bit more, but I just kind of want something like that, where it's just sort of a free form interactive thing, as opposed to just like an actual board game where there's a set number of rules. But so like we'll do it in seasons, months, whatever. Like an event will happen, we'll roll to or randomly decide somehow, for crops and weather events and people moving in and things like that. We'll have to build this up, but. That's why I have not mentioned it until now, because I'm definitely not prepared to start something like that. But, at the same time, if we do just build it progressively, then we could just say, okay, you guys are a bunch of settlers. We've just settled in this place. What do you want to do? Who's going to go collect the wood? Who's going to go hunting? Who's going to, and then we'll just build it. And then maybe we can also, have like an actual map going. There's got to be like a Google Draw or something where we could actually draw the town as it's made up. I mean, if nothing else, I've got Photoshop, so I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun. Definitely something different. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, kind of like a D&D map where we would just draw it out as it was created. Create the overall world map, and then maybe have like a local map where the town is, and then sort of branched out as it to here's the region that this little settlement is in, and then we could put develop the place. What is it? The Gloomhaven. Is it Gloomhaven where you can do that? Where you put down stickers on the map? There's a board game like that. So we could introduce like exploration mechanics, because I think that's a thing in what am I thinking of? King of Dragon Pass, right? Because you can send out an exploration party, and then they might find something, they might not, right? I don't know. There's a lot of different mechanics we can pull from to build something together, but I think it would just be kind of a neat little thing. Yeah, I mean it. There actually, now that I think about it, now that you say that, what is it? I think it's called Microscope. The Yogscast did a couple of these games on their Games Night channel. I think it's Microscope, and then The Birth of Civilization or something like that. But they're kind of like this, where they lay out sort of a timeline or something with index cards, and then they choose one of those scenes to sort of act out in role playing. I mean, obviously that's not how I want the game to be focused, but something like that maybe, where we have these events that happen, and then we just decide, well, okay, let's act out this event rather than saying, oh, the fishing the docks have flooded or something. Well, we'll rebuild. Just something simple like that. We could actually act out, or at least, I mean, I don't necessarily think needs to be just like an actual role playing game, but like more of a deliberative sort of, well, what are we going to do about this kind of thing. We could choose moments where we actually need to expand upon to play the game. Vassal, no, I have not. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about there. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to look into that. Yeah. Well, and I do have the tabletop simulator, and I'm sure I could download models of just like medieval houses or something. We could actually maybe just build it like an actual 3D thing. I don't know how you make an actual game for tabletop to put into the workshop. I don't know what that entails. But the tabletop simulator has dice and cards and calculators and all sorts of stuff. And then that way, as we build this, we actually have something that could be played again. Yeah, yeah, I'll look at Vassal. I'll see what that's about. Oh boy. The city seems to be developing without me. What are those? Those are the dense ones. Okay, well, that's fine. But, okay, well, I think I'm going to call it here. Once again, thanks for coming out and participating. I imagine that as we progress here and some of these ideas start going along, we'll probably have a lot more interaction, and I'm actually kind of hoping that if we do start doing this game idea, that more people from the channel start coming to the stream to participate, so that the little town actually does develop into a city, and then we can maybe get into more things. But I don't know. That's going to be an evolving thing, I'm sure. But okay, well, again, thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Well, and I feel like the more participation, the more interesting these things can become. We'll be right now. I'm just kind of playing this like I normally do, trying a few new things, but trying to do like the Planet Coaster. Maybe just a little bit more spontaneous things we can do. Just sort of as we develop, we can develop it more less by what I'm trying to do and more just kind of interactively, like for example, giving people entire blocks in the city or something. And then how do you want this to develop? You know, are you an industrialist? Would you like to build something, plant somewhere? I don't know. I'm still not sure what I want to do with the streaming, but at least it's working when it works. That's the first hurdle, is making sure that this works consistently so that we don't have issues where the game just crashes and have to figure out what's going on there. But I still have a lot of work to do getting this up and running. My YouTube channel has grown naturally, I guess, over like 9 years. So to just jump into this and to read all these, you know, how to start streaming, and then it's just like you need this and this and this and this. There's an awful lot of work for the people who want to be professional streamers. I'm not sure I want to go that route, but this is fine. This is fun. So with that, I think I will actually just go ahead and save the game, and we'll call that a stream. So, thanks for coming out, thanks for watching, and I will see you